Maybe even they care about what they want. They care about what they want.
I'd like to call to order the meeting for the North Huntington Township Commissioners for January 17th, regular meeting, January 17th, 19th, or 2018. And make everybody aware that this meeting is being audio and videotaped and is live streamed. Roll call, Manager Silka.
Commissioner Harrell. Here. Commissioner Bertani. Commissioner Blasco. Here. Commissioner Martino.
Here.
Commissioner Bevins.
Here.
Commissioner Casera.
Here.
Commissioner Higas.
All right, if everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please stay standing for the opening prayer.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Father, thank you for this day that you've given to us. Thank you for the safety on the roads. Thank you for all who have plowed the streets and taking care of everything around us. Father, guide this time. And Father, may your presence be here as we gather as a community to serve you and to serve each other. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
All right, we'll now have the citizens' input. We don't have anybody signed, so we'll move on to the approval of minutes. Special meeting 12/14 of 2017.
Motion approved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, regular meeting 12/20 of 17.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, payment of bills.
I make the motion we pay voucher number 75494 through voucher number 75574.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, staff reports. Any questions for Mr. Alvarez?
Let's just tell guys they did a good job. It's been a tough couple days and weeks.
Yeah.
I just have one issue and you guys addressed it. Thank you very much.
Of course. It's going back to last week. It was a tough week for us. We, managed to nothing major, minor issues that occurred with some equipment. But we fared pretty good. There was everybody was safe, and happy to say that Saturday evening, or I should say Saturday morning from 12 p.m. to 12 p.m. there was no crashes on Johnson Street. But whenever you have conditions such as that, getting an inch and a half of rain, it led into freezing rain, the ice, the snow, and it was quite treacherous. Guys did a great job, and I applaud their professionalism throughout the whole ordeal.
That's our material members.
Our material, of course, been expensive so far this year, the start of the new year. We have still have a considerable amount of stockpile down there, a lot on order, so we're doing fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, express our thanks, Rich, to the
Thank you.
They did an excellent job.
Yeah.
Okay, Parks and Recreation report. Anybody have any questions for Dan Robert?
One quick question. I just noticed that as I'm driving past Indian Lake in the morning on my way to work, that we've now closed off the parking lot off Clay Pike. Is that a safety issue that we're looking at? What's the rationale for changing that and having an entrance off of Brokers Lane?
That actually is a safety issue, a liability issue. That will keep all of our residents using the back parking lot off of Brokers Lane, parking lot. It's a flat level area. It keeps people and vehicles from entering the park from the Clay Pike roadside to come down the steep hill until we have time to clean that up and then obviously address the downhill slope.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Dan, we didn't do the dance tickets the other day. When is that scheduled for?
Yeah, thank you for asking. If I may, just give you a couple of quick updates. The father-daughter, annual father-daughter dance tickets that we sell, that is a popular event that typically happens here the first Saturday or second Saturday in January, has been postponed due to the weather last week. Administratively, we got together with the administrative staff, Manager Silka, and we decided collectively to postpone those ticket sales due to the weather and schedule that for this Saturday, beginning at 9 a.m. Our doors will open at 8:30.
Okay, thank you.
Two other updates, if I may, just quickly. I do want to compliment our park staff who took advantage of the nice weather last week. We had a couple of those days, those 60-degree days. And they came here and cleaned the entire exterior building windows. So I wanted to thank them for their service to do that. And then also as a reminder, especially with the weather that we have outside, I want to remind everybody that we do have our snowman contest that is still taking place. And to date, we've received no entries, so it's a perfect opportunity to get those entries in before the end of February.
Okay, police report, Lieutenant Vinsky. Anybody have any questions for Lieutenant?
I just have one question about people parking on the road wanting snow removed. Can we make sure our guys get out and about and address that in different areas?
Unfortunately, we don't have an ordinance prohibiting.
I thought we put something.
No, we several years ago, never was passed.
We can't enforce anything.
You know, if Richie's guys call us, we go out and knock on his door and say, hey, how about moving the car, get it off the street so we can do a proper job of cleaning the street.
All right, thank you.
And we're up on the cul-de-sacs. Now, the cul-de-sacs are posted.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Lieutenant, do you have anything? Okay, emergency management report. Mr. Commodore is here. Any board have any questions? Okay, planning and engineering report. Mr. Blanco.
Gentlemen, I just wanted to point out that you have in your packet the December monthly report, which you get every month. And it's just interesting to note that new home starts for 2017, we came in at 104. Now, it's not what we were doing 7, 8 years ago, but last year we did 80. So that's a 25% increase over what we saw for 2016. I don't know if that's going to be a trend or if that's just a temporary bump, but I thought that was pretty significant. There are 3 items before you tonight. The first is resolution on subdivision 1 of 2018, the Dowd Snowburger plan. That's recommended for approval with no conditions.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye, or discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
Second item is a resolution concerning site plan 13 of 2017, the Parkview Federal Credit Union site plan. That is recommended for approval with the 4 listed conditions.
Motion to approve.
Those in favor, or discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
The last item is a revisit to a site plan that was actually approved 1 year ago this month for National Tire and Battery. That plan never got recorded because we were waiting for a PennDOT HOP to be issued. And turns out that was issued, but nobody told us. So we made an inquiry this week and they said, oh, it was issued in July. So it's been more than 90 days since the conditions were satisfied. We need to reapprove that so they can record their subdivision.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Danny, I do have one question. Are they still taking part of the Wendy's property?
They are, and that's the subdivision will transfer that rectangle at the back from Wendy's to the old Long John Silver site. They need that or their building won't fit.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
That's all I have, thank you.
Andy, I just have one question for you. The handyman, did they ever submit a site plan?
They have not, I was out there yesterday. There's been a change in attitude, not for the better. We'll be taking it further on that.
Okay. All right, thank you.
A solicitor's report, Mr. Alexander.
Thank you. There's one action item on the solicitor's report this evening. It's action to adopt proposed ordinance number 1 of 2018 of the Township of North Pennington, Westmoreland County, amending ordinance 765, the zoning ordinance, to provide a zoning change of property owned by Pasquarelli Property Management LLC.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
And that concludes the solicitor's report for this month.
The manager's report, manager's Silka.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. I have a few items tonight, so bear with me. It's a little bit lengthy. My first item is action to approve the December check register.
So moved.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
For your information, the budget report for December 2017 has been included in your packet. This is the final 2017 budget numbers, and I will present a analysis of the 2017 expenditures to you in your next packet for your review. The next item is requesting action to appoint Jim McHugh to a 4-year term of the Planning Commission.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
The next item is requesting action to appoint Jacqueline Wills to a 5-year term of the Zoning Hearing Board.
Motion to approve.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
The next item is action to appoint Bill Loeffler to a 5-year term on the Recreation Board.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Action, I'm sorry.
The next item is requesting action to appoint Shannon Ryder to a 5-year term on the Recreation Board.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
The next item is requesting action to appoint Charles Denning Jr. to a 5-year term on the North Pennington Township Municipal Authority.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those approved?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Opposed.
Opposed? Okay, the ayes have it.
The next item is requesting action to appoint Jennifer DeFlitch to a 3-year term on the Educational Services Agency.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
The next item is requesting action to appoint Rich Elbert to a 3-year term on the Educational Services Agency.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
The next item is action to appoint Charles Hannigan to a 4-year term on the Emergency Management Committee.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
The next item is requesting action to appoint Louis Durgeon to a 4-year term on the Emergency Management Committee.
Motion to approve. Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Next item is action to appoint Robert Murda to a 4-year term on the Emergency Management Agency Committee.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Next item is action to appoint Kevin Zink to a 4-year term on the Emergency Management Committee.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Next item is action to appoint Jeffrey F. Solkin, Township Manager, as delegate to the Westmoreland County Tax Collection Committee.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Next item is action to authorize the internal posting for the position of police chief.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? I do have a couple questions. Have we added to that as far as the background check, the physical test, and psychological testing?
Yes, that will be part of the posting that goes out as per the board.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
The next item is requesting action to award the general contract for Phase 2 ADA renovations to Moret Construction Company for the base bid of $65,400 and alternate one of $69,000.
Motion to approve.
Second. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
The next item is requesting action to award the plumbing and mechanical contract for Phase 2 ADA renovations to Shipley Brothers Construction Incorporated for the base bid of $35,000.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
The next item is requesting action to award the electrical contract for Phase 2 ADA renovations to Allegheny City Electric Incorporated for the base bid of $15,000 and alternate one of $16,800.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
That concludes my report.
Okay, any further board comments?
Yes, I do. I missed the meeting last Thursday. I'd like to bring up about the towing contract. It's supposed to be revisited every 2 years. I wanted to see where we're at with that.
All right, I believe we had a discussion and we are supposed to have some type of an agreement written up. Maybe the manager can expound on that a little bit, what he's done so far.
Is that going to include the prices of what they charge so other people can bid on the contract?
Yeah, what I was asked to do was get with the 2 towing companies that currently are being utilized and come up with the terms to work with the solicitor to memorialize memorandum of understanding. So whenever, unfortunately I was out the last couple of days sick. I will meet with them next week, get this, and then they will have the prices for towing, for cleanup, for storage, etc. Detailed in the memorandum.
And will we advertise that to be bid?
That would be the board, and at that time, directed me not to do an RFP, but to do the memorandum of understanding, and then at 2 years, review it at 2 years.
Right, should that be?
When we had the meeting, we kind of were of the opinion that if it's not broken, don't fix it. So the towing companies were working these things out between themselves, and everything was working fine, so we decided it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, and we
I
also,
don't agree with that because I believe everything should be advertised and bid. Just like the police cars, we advertise it unless you just want to say it's not broke, we'll just leave it go. We can go on and on, paving contracts, everything. I just think, feel that everybody should be given an equal chance to bid on
we had also made comments and agreed commissioners that were there, that the two towing companies have been doing a good job. They're both businesses within the township that both pay member and dog tax and have been businesses forever. And we haven't had a problem with them getting the crash scenes or have you had any problems with them though?
No problems with them.
I just feel that everybody should be given a fair chance to bid, because there's other people who probably like to bid. There's other business people in the township do pay taxes, they all pay taxes. I feel that we should put it out for bid. Right? Can I have your opinion, please?
If the contract's up, if it's a non-professional service, then it probably ought to go out for some sort of an RFP or bid, but if it's considered a professional service, I don't know how it's been considered in North Huntington Township over the years. It very well may be considered a professional service. Let our office look at it. We're preparing the contracts anyways to see if it's treated as a professional service, because some of the services are somewhat unique. But on the other hand, if it's treated like paving contracts and general services like that, it may need to have an RFP or a bid.
So thank you.
Okay, any other further board comments? Okay, announcements.
Okay, just to announce that the AARP tax aid will be available starting Thursday, February 1st, 2018, every Tuesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And just to reiterate that the father-daughter tickets sales will be this Saturday at 9 a.m., just to refresh it from last week's cancellation. And that's all I have.
Okay, we need one more motion.
Motion to adjourn.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.